Hello everyone, SoulsBorneFanatic here. Today I'm just going to make an unscripted, off-the-cuff video about new Elden Ring. So, Thursday, there was a new Elden Ring game announced. And no, it's not a sequel. It's not more DLC either. Instead, it is a spin-off game that, takes the Souls formula that, we love and have played over 12 years now, and turns it into a multiplayer experience. Although it's a multiplayer experience, it's not a live service game, and it doesn't look like it's only a multiplayer game. I believe you can play single player as well, but it looks like it's very heavily focused towards catering towards that crowd. As you know, if you've played Elden Ring on PC, or even know anything about PC Elden Ring, Seamless Co-op is a mod that exists for Elden Ring, and I guess I took it very personally and decided to make an entire game that is just Seamless Co-op, but takes bosses from previous Dark Souls games and puts them in this Elden Ring, which is absurd and lore-breaking, and I'm fucking angry. So there's no plans for any post-content updates, or no extensive post-launch content like seasons, or updates, new events, or any bullshit like that. It's a roguelike experience that takes Elden Ring and adds 3-player co-op and a day-to-day experience, like of 3 days, I think it was, and you fight a boss at the end of each day, and it tries to reiterate those roguelike elements of dying and trying again, which is, I guess, sort of fitting with the Souls experience. But I don't think I'm a fan of them turning it into a roguelike. I don't know about that. I think that sounds weird and freaky. I don't know. I don't think I'd like that at all. But we'll see, because the network test is in January, I believe 11th. So hopefully I get into that. I don't think I will, but it would be cool. Our registration's in January, and the actual network test is in February. Sorry. So we'll see if it's slop or not. With Sony potentially buying Fromsoftware, we could see a seismic shift and how this release comes out to be, or any future release from Fromsoftware. It's not looking good. It's looking rather bleak. But in terms of Fromsoftware as a whole, they have never let me down. Every game that I've bought from them has been a banger, after banger, after banger. Every game. I don't think I've ever been disappointed with the game overall. Fromsoftware has a very high bar of quality, so I see no reason to not trust them for doing something like this. I have seen concerns about, oh, they're milking Elden Ring. Of course they're milking Elden Ring. What? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Come on, man. Of course they're gonna fucking milk Elden Ring. That sold, what, 26 million copies? Come on, man. You think Fromsoftware is going to adhere to their new IP shit anymore? Probably not. It's over, man. It's Elden Ring forever. Jokes aside, I think we're going to see another turning point in Fromsoftware in very well the same fashion that it was with 2014 when Kadokawa bought Fromsoftware, that I mentioned in that video that I did however long ago. I think this is a very new Fromsoftware that will not be the same ever again, and you will see things that you might not like. You might lose interest. I don't know, but I'm here to see how it all pans out. I trust Fromsoftware. I see no reason to doubt them, even if they are milking Elden Ring. Of course, they're gonna milk Elden Ring. That's just how it is in business. But I think that this game has very high potential to be potentially Game of the Year again. You know, Elden Ring 2 isn't. This is what this fucking is. They wanted to make more Elden Ring, but they didn't want to dedicate themselves to a full sequel. It was a really funny path they were on, right? Because they were at a turning point where it was like, do we make Elden Ring 2, which will make us a stupid amount of money? We just put out Shadow of the Erdtree. That was really good. Well, they made this decision long ago before that, obviously. But do we make Elden Ring 2 after getting this DLC out of the door, or do we just make this weird spin-off shit? And they made the weird spin-off shit. So I would assume that Fromsoftware is going to continue making new games, new interesting experiences. But for this new Elden Ring game, It will be very interesting how this pans out, and I can't wait to see it. So one last thing I want to mention before I end this video is game itself, right? So there was an interview that came out, said some interesting things. I'd like to pull that up so I can talk about that. So I said that it's a 3-player co-op experience that has roguelike elements, right? And as you can see, I got this information directly from Bandai Namco's website. Rise together, so 3-player co-op. And a lot of people thought this was a battle royale for whatever fucking reason. I guess it was like that blue wave ring thing that was coming in that no one understood. No one still understands. Maybe Vadi has a lore video out on it. Who knows? It's not that. It's not a live service game, as I said. And they have no plans for any post-launch content. And they're going to have a simplified leveling system, right? So it's not going to be the same way that you saw it in the Elden Ring. Exactly the same. I would assume it's very familiar. But I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know what that looks like exactly. You'd have to go watch someone who did play it. But you have these uniquely skilled heroes, is what it says, right? So I don't know if they're going to have preset loadouts or what. How this is going to work exactly. I would assume that's how it's going to work, because you don't really have that open world experience that you had with Elden Ring. They're turning it on its head, really. So the world is still Elden Ring, right? But it's looks rather changed in quite a lot of areas. You're fighting some of the same enemies in terms of from Elden Ring, and they did not say that there was going to be bosses from just Dark Souls, right? They said, oh, we might include Elden Ring bosses as well. So that could mean very well that we finally get Godwin, guys. Which is it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But we could get Melania again. Or maybe even Radahn again if they're feeling freaky. 3 times the charm. But these loadouts, so you have these, I forget what they called it exactly. You get this thing every time you die, right? And it supposedly makes it, I don't know, more approachable. Is that a okay way to say easier? It's how roguelikes work, right? I'm not a fan of the genre. As you may have picked up, I don't like roguelikes, not my thing. But I'll still play this one, because you can have good roguelikes. It's just that the genre isn't for me, right? But the day and night system that they mentioned as well, there's 3 nights, and they said, 10 minutes each day? So they're going to want you to play this game for quite a while, I'm assuming, through multiple sessions of those 3 days and nights. I don't know how many bosses we're going to have or how long this game's going to be, but they did say it's going to be similarly priced to Shadow of the Erdtree. So it's not going to be a full $60 or $70 release. So who knows how big this game is going to be. You can't trust anything that Miyazaki says because he is a liar, alright? He's a liar. I'm pretty sure he said that there was no more new Elden Ring content. Not only just not a new sequel, but no more new Elden Ring content at this time. So he lied to you. He's a liar. He's a liar, okay? You can't trust anything he says. And then he said with Shadow of the Erdtree that, oh, it's only the size of a Limgrave. Limgrave, huh? That's not fucking Limgrave. This guy's a liar. He's a fraud. You can't trust him, alright? But I believe that's it for now. I could look at the interview that the director did and talk about that more. There's all sorts of things that I can talk about, but I'll leave that for another video. Right now, I just wanted to talk about Night Rain. It existing, right? So, that'll be that. This is this, that is that. As always, have a nice rest of your day.